This is our Ford Trimotor. The Ford Trimotor is one of the first purpose-built airliners, and it was by far the most successful of that first generation of aircraft designed specifically to carry more than one passenger. Ours has an interesting history. It was built in 1928. It had its first flight in December of that year. And for the next 20 years, it flew with two different airlines. It flew with Pan Am, which was quite a star on its history. It didn't have any in-flight accidents. Nobody ever got hurt in this plane. But when it came to us, it was a pile of parts. It had been hit by a really bad storm in Las Vegas in 1976, and that storm mangled this. We have pieces in the basement, structural members that are just twisted out of shape. So what we got in our back parking lot in 1981 was a big pile of parts. And from 1981 to 1984, we built all the pieces that had been damaged. We repaired, we replaced. We have jigs in the basement that were specific to work on pieces of this aircraft to try to get it back into shape. By 1999, back then the roof was open for our museum, and they lifted this up with a big crane and set it in here. So 1999 it went on display, and we've used it for a couple interesting things. Back then we had people that were very interested in cosplaying, so we would rent this actual aircraft out to people that would recreate flights across the Pacific or across the Atlantic. They would come dressed in period clothes, and we'd lift them up, let them inside. We left them with one person to act as their flight attendant, and these visitors would spend a couple hours up there recreating a flight from the 1920s. It was all in good fun. We also used to have sleepovers for children at night, and we would lift them up in there and basically do the same thing, let people experience what a flight in one of these early aircraft was really like. These days, we don't put too many visitors up there, but it is completely restored. When you go through the aircraft itself, you'll see that we've redone all the seats, all the fabric work is done. It's a completely restored aircraft. I don't think we could fly it. We never attended to things like the engines the way that we would if it was going to be a flying aircraft. So this is just a display for us. But as you can see, we put a lot of work into it, and I think it came out really good.
It's kind of awkward. I can push it in, I can feel our part. I can feel the spring pushing it in, but I can't twist it.
Can't get the grip on it?
No. It is a bigger ball than it was.
Element. Oh, so that make them 1157s. Let's go downstairs.
We can measure the current though. That was.
Look at that. It's crazy. It's so nuts.
It's age. How many?
Oh, nicely done.
Got the key? With the radar down showing 75.
I benefit from having some extremely cool friends, and one of them is a local entrepreneur and business owner named Bill Allen. And one day, a few years ago, the EAA brought their flyable example of the Ford Trimotor here to San Diego. And as a surprise, my friend Bill paid for me to have a ticket to go have a ride in an actual 1928 Ford Trimotor. And the day only got better when I showed up and realized there were more people standing there than there were seats. And I actually started thinking, shoot, maybe I don't get to go. It turned out that my friend, my brother Bill, had set me up to be the co-pilot that day. And I actually got to pilot the Ford Trimotor for about 45 minutes over the San Diego metro area. It's one of the best memories of my life to actually take the controls of a Ford Trimotor and have a qualified pilot explain to me everything I needed to do to competently fly that airplane. It was absolutely a thrill that it's one of my favorite memories.